Right, so shall we move on to Peter's topic? Peter, what's your topic?
Oh, more movies, of course. I've been taking the last month or so just to catch up on all the good movies I haven't seen before bed. And let's see, I recently watched... A lot of these are Best Picture nominations. Like, I'm getting these mostly from, like, the top 50 to 100 on IMDb. I've watched Silence of the Lambs for the first time a few weeks ago. Yes. And I thought that, honestly, it was probably one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. And,
one of the greatest movies you've ever seen, yet it was based
I watched
on a book.
it,
It was
and
an adaptation.
I watched it, and I was just like... I don't know whether it was because like it was quite an old film when I watched it, but I did. It was It was. I don't know how I feel about it. It's like one of those films that's like no.
Chill. Yes, you don't know.
I do.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about Silence of the Lambs. The more I find out about the movie through like articles and stuff like that, the more I like it because there's just such depth to that movie. Like the movie itself was supposed to actually be about the male gaze. And the main character, you know, the detective lady, she was supposed to be the one that came out of this whole thing where people were like, oh, that's awesome. I want to see her in more movies. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, and it was Hannibal Lecter that everybody wanted to see in more movies. But no, I mean, from beginning to end, there's all these just little subtle things that just refer to the male gaze. Like, even, I won't spoil the movie, but even at the end when the bad guy is looking through her through night vision, I mean, that's like the thing at the end that refers to the topic that they're speaking of, right at the end.
See, sorry, just going back to the list you were saying, Peter, what
the performances were just so good. Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you were going through the IMDb.
What do you mean, as
was
far
it
as...
of all time, or was it a specific genre?
Oh, the top 250 of all time
okay.
is what I was
Sorry,
looking at.
carry on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Silence of the Lambs was up there, but yeah, no, I think it's fascinating. And that was one of those movies as well where they were about... I'm usually actually pretty good at guessing twists in movies, but there were 2 or 3 in that movie that happened that I was like, what? No freaking way. And I won't spoil it, but I'll say the biggest one has to do with an ambulance. And an ambulance and an escape. That's all I'll say for the sake of not spoiling anything.
You two seem to know. What?
Watch the film.
What film is it?
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I've seen it before.
Silence of the Lambs.
I just heard
Shut
it.
up.
Well, I can tell you about it after the podcast, but you'll probably remember it when you hear about it. God, what else did I watch? I watched Saving Private Ryan the other night, which was a fantastic performance all around by Tom Hanks, and it had a young Bryan Cranston and a young Vin Diesel in it. And also the really weird scientist guy from Lost was in it, the one with the long black hair.
That was a really good movie, and back in the day, there was nothing like it. I mean, obviously there's World War II, but the cinematography in that movie was so top notch that it got so many awards, and because it got so many awards for that alone, more people started recognizing it and go, oh, well, what's this movie that's got more awards? And then it doesn't matter how bad the movie is, if it's got some sort of recognition. I mean, look at Suicide Squad, for example.
That won Best Makeup.
Yeah, it was Best Makeup, and the people who nominated it, the people who were watching the award ceremony, most of them didn't even know what Suicide Squad was. And then the sales for that movie skyrocketed, or at least the search engine skyrocketed after that. It's like, what the fuck is Suicide Squad? Let's go to Google.
I'm watching it, I'm just like, wow, that's a human crocodile.
Well, see, people didn't understand.
Harley Quinn. Wow, it looks like she's been
People didn't understand why it won Best Makeup,
wow. Tattoos. Brilliant.
See, that's another thing with diversity.
What?
Diversity. Trying to appeal to the younger audience by nominating that for a category no one wanted. Exactly. No one cares about makeup these days. Well, I'm sure there's some people. Yeah, I'm sure some people do, but like they don't. Who pays attention to categories like that?
Like when Oscars are on the TV and like makeup or something like that comes on, that's when everyone goes up and gets like snacks.
Exactly.
Mostly. So going back to Saving Private Ryan, I have one thing to say about that movie, and that was that it was American as fuck.
America.
Like, they did not skimp on showing the American flag whenever they could in that movie. And to be honest, like I will say though that Hacksaw Ridge is probably a good modern day equivalent to it. Like that movie was really fantastic too, but it was the same kind of thing. World War II, special stories, American flags everywhere. You know, please God, I have to save 110 people. God, I don't even know how he did that. But, anyways, that was just American war movies in general. I mean, you have your good ones and bad ones, but it seems to me like there's, huh?
No.
Which one? What?
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Are you still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hello. How are you?
Is it me you're looking for?
Shut.
Okay.
Is it dead?
Okay, I just realized my internet went out again. I'm back.
Are you still there?
Can you hear me?
Still there?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
And you're gone.
Okay, now you should be able to hear me because my internet went out again. So where did I cut off?
Yeah, just start from the beginning.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. Okay, so Hacksaw Ridge is actually pretty much the modern day equivalent of Saving Private Ryan because it's like, you know, World War II story, guy saves everybody, it's interesting, American flags waving everywhere, please God, let me save 10,000 people by myself, that kind of thing, which is freaking insane. But that was a really good movie too, and the thing about American war movies is like, I feel like there's more good ones than bad ones, funny enough. Like, at least that I've seen. I can't think of a American war movie off the top of my head that has not been at least decent, honestly. They do a pretty good job with those.
There is a movie, I'm just trying to think of it. Fury. Fury is a really good movie.
I enjoyed Fury, yeah. Fury reminded me a lot of Saving Private Ryan, too, funny enough.
So there was Fury, there was obviously Saving Private Ryan, American
Hacksaw
Sniper.
Ridge, yeah. American Sniper I haven't seen.
Platoon, what was the...
Zero Dark 30. That was a war movie. Well, kind of a war movie that I was just meh about. I wasn't too big on Zero Dark 30.
Never heard of it, to be honest.
Oh, it's the movie about SEAL Team 6 going to kill Osama bin Laden.
Oh, right, okay.
It won a few awards that year, but to be honest, it's like, I don't really like historical movies where you already kind of know what's going to happen at the end.
Yeah.
And that was kind of when I saw Lincoln, I absolutely loved Lincoln, but I knew what was going to happen at the end. It's like, spoilers, Lincoln dies. Oh, goodness. But that was one of those few movies that actually did that scene, you know, the ending scene that you expected pretty well, because it knew, you know, everybody knew what was going to happen at the end.
How do you feel about Jarhead? Have you ever seen that?
I have not seen Jarhead. Who directed that one?
The one who Sam Mendes.
Was John Cena in it, or am I thinking of the Marine?
And his name is John Cena. Sorry, no, it had Jamie Foxx in it.
Oh, okay, Jamie Foxx. Your brother from another mother. Gotcha.
But yeah, that was a good movie. But what do you consider more American? The fact that they're representing their country, or the fact that the soldiers are American? Because Jarhead was more of a case like how soldiers are in Afghanistan and Iraq at the time. So it's like, we're men.
Does it depend who started the war?
Sorry?
Does it depend who started the war?
No, Jarhead was more...
Dick Cheney made money off the Iraq war.
No, Jarhead was more...
Laura Bush killed a man.
But it was more of a movie about what the guys were like in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, Black Hawk Down was about a mission and soldiers going to rescue their men. Jarhead was more of like, we're men's men. Let's go and kill some people. Yo, yo, yo. But do you consider that a good American movie when it's just guys being guys in war? Or do you think it's more of like, we're representing our country. We are going to take down the terrorists?
The second one is more of an American movie. Like, I mean, there's advantages to showing the everyday American soldier, but if you're representing it with, you know, let's kill some guys, blah, 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 I don't think that's very representative of America, to be honest. I wouldn't want America being represented that way, at least.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
as
not
an American,
that.
of course.
I mean, obviously there was stuff like that, but it was more... It was more just seeing how... I I don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest.
I don't know where you're going.
No, it was more like the soldiers representing their country and the extremes they will go, but also like them having fun working their lives, because it is a stressful job, isn't it? I mean,
okay, so it's sort of like showing the everyday American soldier and what they go through and that kind of stuff. It's realistic, is what you're saying, right?
Exactly, it's more realistic. I mean, you don't see soldiers going out, yeah, I'm going to kill people because that's what America wants. You go out there because, yeah, it's a job. I'm going to kill some people. Yeah. The end.
Well, I still think the first one is more representative of America, but I could see the definite advantages of showing the reality of what it's like to be an everyday American soldier in Iraq, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no, you know, you don't want to go, it's tricky because you don't want to go too over the top with, fuck yeah, America, waving your American flag and shooting terrorists in the face, you know? But you don't want to go too, like, you know, oh, I'm here because I have to and I don't really like my country. Let's just kill some people and get out of here either.
Yeah. All right. So
Saving Private Ryan had a pretty good balance of that, I think, is that, you know, the people in that movie, they knew their mission was FUBAR, but they knew that they had to do it because they needed to win the war for the sake of America, even though it sucked, pretty much.
So what other movies were on that list that you remember?
12 Angry Men. That's a freaking classic right there.
Never heard of it.
Oh, really? It's it's an old movie from, I mean, it's been remade before. They actually had a really good remake of that movie come out in the 90s. I need to watch that. But it came out in the 40s or 50s, I think. And all the movie is 1957, okay. And all it is 12 men in a room discussing whether this person they just saw on trial was innocent or guilty. And everybody thinks that this guy is guilty except for one guy. And it's up to this one guy who is Henry Fonda's character to convince everybody else that this guy is not guilty. And see, the thing is, you know, I won't spoil what happens, but I will say that after everything that happens in the movie, at the end, it turns out it doesn't even really matter if this guy is innocent or guilty. It's about what they discussed in there and what they chose. They never reveal if the guy is innocent or not.
That sounds great. It reminds me, in fact, it wouldn't surprise me if Family Guy was based off it. You know when Brian says...
Oh, yeah.
It's exactly this plot. Because I've just Googled it because I remember it, but I couldn't remember exactly.
I can't remember the exact case, but yeah, Brian.
So there's a Family Guy episode based off of 12 Angry Men?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd have to look that up later. I didn't know that. But yeah, there's been multiple iterations of it. There's been multiple stage shows. There's even been an all-female stage show, actually. Oh, nice. One of my friends was talking to me about that. It's interesting, and because one of the flaws of the original movie, if you'll even call it a flaw, was that because it was made in 1950, the entire cast was a bunch of white guys. You know, and the plot gets even more interesting in the remake when you actually add a bit of diversity to the cast rather than just a bunch of white guys that do different things, pretty much.
See, on that list, 50 greatest movies of all time, have you noticed that more of the modern movies are comic book movies?
That are on that top 250 list?
Mm.
Well, there's a lot of them that are on there. I mean, I think Logan made like number 68 on there or something like that, and that was a freaking good movie. I'm not really surprised. I know Logan's on there. The Avenger movies are down in the 1 to 200s, I think, as far as I've seen. God, I'm trying to think of what other... I think Logan might be the highest rated superhero movie on that list currently. I could be wrong. I'd have to look at it again.
I mean, yeah, obviously...
No. Scratch that.
Redemption.
Scratch that. Dark Knight is number 4. That's the highest rated superhero movie, and it should be.
Shawshank was a book as well.
Yeah. Adaptation.
And yeah, Shawshank Redemption was a fantastic movie. I'd seen that before I started this, but it's worth it. I mean, I'm surprised. I was actually surprised when I saw that to see that it's above both the Godfather movies, which I still need to see, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry, we're just looking at the list that you talked about, and 8 Mile's on number 9, and that was a very good movie.
You mean, is that
I've seen clips,
Green Mile?
8 Mile? 8 Mile.
8 Mile's the one with Eminem in it.
I haven't. Autobiography. Well, what's it called when it's biography movie, but he's playing a fictional character? but it's basically just talking about him, but they've just changed the names.
I don't know if there is a name for that, to be honest.
You sarky bastard. It's called a film.
Yeah. Wow, I don't actually remember seeing that on that list. That might be one I have to check out. You said Eminem's in it?
Yeah. Oh, 8 Mile.
Interesting.
Really good movie. It's basically about his how he became who he is and how he started in the underground rapping scene.
Wasn't his song "Lose Yourself"?
Lose Yourself was nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Song.
Wasn't that like the theme of the main
movie?
Song
Yeah,
from
yeah.
That movie?
Very good movie. And if you hear in the soundtrack or just the background music of that movie, you can hear it building up as if like he's had it in his mind since the start of this movie, and he's just been building and building up. And I love movies like that. I mean, people dismiss 8 Mile because it's like, oh, it's gangster rap and it's not that interesting. But believe it or not, it's a very, very well written and very well crafted movie.
It's like people look at the main kind of idea of it rather than the little details.
Exactly. And like I said, you could hear this movie, you could hear the original song, Lose Yourself, building up and building up and building up till the point where it's in the end credits, and it's fucking amazing. It's one of the best. It's one of the best songs of all time. Not just rap songs of all time, but the best songs of all time, because it had such a huge impact, and the lyrics on it are amazing.
Mm.
I will definitely take that recommendation and see it. Mom Spaghetti.
I will definitely.
Mom Spaghetti
had issues with his mother, and his mom makes spaghetti.
Jesus.
Everything 8 Mile, but everything is Mom Spaghetti.
Yeah, no, I will take that recommendation and watch that later for sure.